Well, hello and welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome aboard to Lighten Up Cooking, where I take a traditional dish and lighten it up by decreasing sugar or carbohydrates or salt or fat without sacrificing taste. Today I'm going to lighten up the ever popular, delicious breakfast sausage gravy, or just sausage gravy. So let me bring you all down into my pan here. I'm using a half of a pound of turkey breakfast sausage, and I'm using the Festive brand. Of course, you could use whatever sausage you choose. This I get from Walmart. And so far, the Festive brand and the Butterball brand is the only brand I've been able to find in breakfast sausage in bulk. So this is what I'm using. You could use the whole pound if you wanted to. Just depends on how much meat you like in your sausage gravy. Okay, now to my pound of gravy, my half of a pound of sausage, I'm going to add, well, first I'm going to remove my sausage. I cooked it in about a teaspoon of avocado oil, just so it would cook up a little faster. And since it's turkey, turkey tends to be a little drier than beef or pork. So I use a little bit of oil, and I'm going to just remove my sausage from the pan. Leaving all of the drippings. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more of the avocado oil, because there's not a lot of grease here. Okay, now up to my pan, I'm going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of xanthan gum. And this is the Great Value brand of xanthan gum, and it's used as a thickener for your gravies and sauces. You have heard me talk about this before. It has 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 everything. No salt, no fat. So I'm going to use about a 3/4 of a teaspoon, because a little bit goes a long way. I'm going to add this to my pan. You could add cornstarch or arrowroot if you do not want to use xanthan gum. You do have some options. All right. To the xanthan gum, I'm going to use 3 cups of milk. Now, I'm using a half of a cup of heavy whipping cream, and I'm using 2.5 cups of almond milk. But you could use any low-fat milk that you choose. It just doesn't matter. I like a little bit of heavy whipping cream, just to give it some creaminess, but not to add a lot of fat. So that's why I chose this combination. But use any combination of milk that you like. If you want to use just all almond, you could do that, or coconut milk, or 1% or 2% of regular milk. Skim milk would work. All right. Now to my mixture here, we're going to add some seasonings. Now you could use any measurements of any of your seasoning and whatever seasonings you like. I'm going to just kind of eyeball it. I'm going to add just a sprinkle of salt, not too much, because I do have salt already in the sausage. So I'm using pink Himalayan salt. I'm going going to use some freshly ground black pepper, probably about a teaspoonful. I'm going to use some garlic powder, probably about a teaspoon and a half. Okay. That was onion powder. And the same with the garlic powder. About a teaspoon and a half, or more or less, depending on your taste. Alright. We're going to let this stir. I'm going to stir this and let it simmer until it thickens. Also going to add just a little parsley flakes for garnish. Okay. Just going to let this simmer. And then it's going to thicken. Just going to stir occasionally. Okay, you all, I've added my sausage in. I wanted you to see how thick and creamy my gravy is. Okay. And I wanted to let you all know that I had to go back and add about another 1/4 of a teaspoon of the xanthan gum because it was taking it too long to thicken. So then that's how you're going to gauge it to know that you've added enough. If it's taking it too long to get thickened, then you need to add a little bit more. But with xanthan gum, you want to be real careful that you don't add too much because too much will give you that slimy kind of a texture. And once you get too much, then you can't recoup. You can't go back and fix it. So you have to be real careful with this. But it came out great. I used a total of 1 full teaspoon of xanthan gum with this 3 cups of milk. So this is what it looks like. Okay. Now I'm going to do a sample taste test here. I was looking for a different spoon, but that's okay. We're gonna just take some of it, and I'm using some gluten-free keto bread that I have toasted, and you can use whatever bread you like. You can put it over your biscuits if you prefer that. I think it will also be good over some grits or some scrambled eggs. But look at that, y'all. It makes a beautiful dish. Okay. I'm going to just add y'all know how I like to decorate my food. Put a little bit more of parsley flakes. We're gonna just cut a corner here. And give it a taste. You all, this is absolutely delicious. And I promise you, you cannot tell that this wasn't made the traditional way with your white flour, regular milk. You can't tell. I'm going to put a little bit more of the gravy on it without the meat, because I want you all to really see what it looks like. There we go. It's so good, y'all. And you just cannot tell, like I said, that it's not made the old-fashioned way. It is delicious. You all should give it a try. And if you decide to try it, leave me a comment. Leave me a comment anyway. Give me a thumbs up. Share the video if you like. And if you have any questions, please do put it in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, share a smile with someone. It will lighten up their spirit and yours too. Bye now.